Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is recorded the day after, well, say about half a day towards a day afterwards, the DWB run. As you can see, I've already got my helmet in this bit, so it was actually a lot sooner than I thought, the patch, which I'll mention later on. So yeah, this is going to be quite a long one. Massive shout out and thank you to Cyriss for taking the time out to help me get the helmet, as well as willing to go on the video and help teach people, including myself. So yeah, I can't thank you enough for that. So yeah, I'll shoot over to yesterday's clips I recorded, and hope everyone finds this useful. Definitely a gold mine for knowledge. So yeah, enjoy.
So with this crafting run, you make yourself master. So you invite all my alts to the group, and then once you invite everyone, you set yourself to master looter, because you want to be able to hit the keys for each door.
Yeah.
So I have all my tunes on follow Cyriss and assist Cyriss. So they're using all their abilities to assist anything I attack.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool.
Okay, I've got to turn off a lot of the sound. Okay, I'll turn on the sound on Cyriss so I can hear a little bit. Turn it down. Yeah, so assist on Cyriss, since he's my main damage dealer.
Yep.
And / follow Cyriss. Actually, I might get some heal stims on him just in case. So obviously, my medic's running macros to buff and everything. Just got to find IHA to call some heal stims. Not that I really need it, honestly. Like, this is overkill what we're doing. But I had these characters. Well, yeah. Well, I had these characters here already, so I thought, frig it, I might as well do it and show people, because most people are going to have more than one combat tune. You know, they might have 4, or if you're crazy like me, have 6 that are all geared.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to let people know, my tunes are all geared with 35s, exotics, pups, everything. Some have got cap pups and some aren't.
Yeah.
My medic is, my medic is running like 13 and 14 heal potencies.
Nice.
Yeah. Great. That's a pretty big one, honestly. Like, having a medic and having exotics and heal potency, that's at least I think it just depends on people's competency level at DWB. Like, so I'm going to show a way, if you've got enough tunes or if you've got enough people, like, how to do it safely.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what you want. You want, you know, and yeah. And what I'll show towards the end is how everyone stays out of the crafting room with this version of the game.
Yep.
So this version of the game is different to what, say, Legends or Beyond have. Sometimes takes a minute to...
It's a bit I hate about macros. The follows.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, you drop these things super quick. Oh yeah, so set Master Looter to you.
Oh, okay, no.
So you want to be able to, yeah, you loot everything because you want to be the one that hits the keys. So this is obviously just for a crafting run, because if you've got a whole train of alts, it's a pain in the ass sometimes tabbing over to find the one that looted the key. But you just got to look at, if you don't do that, you just got to look at your chat and see, you know, what character actually looted the key. But it's easier this way, just to set yourself as Master Looter.
Yeah, totally. makes sense.
And I always take out the Black Suns first. They're quicker. Then they, you know, can mess you up.
Yeah, I got to get rid of the grenades then as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So I go these guys first, then the super battle droid.
It's the main thing I hate about super battle droids. Just not hard, they're just an inconvenience.
They're just annoying, yeah, very much so. Normally I don't use position secured, but for this it just saves a lot of action.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't have a GA officer yet, so this is...
Yes.
GA officer makes this 10 times easier.
Oh yeah.
That's why I try and tell people that, you know, if they want to do things like this, is just do like a GA officer first, because it's just so important to do AFK stuff or crafting runs, or just having that action is just super important for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd just kill these two first normally, and then worry about these. But with this many alts, you don't have to worry so much. But yeah, normally I would just, yeah, you do. So normally I would literally just stay here, kill these two, and then move forward. You know, and this bit here can get like, it's not a pain now, but if you only have a couple of characters, because Bounty Hunter with their abilities aggro's a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And also the AoE damage of the commando. So you just clear out this area. Yep. Now what you want to do is hit the terminal, and then just run back down this end.
Do we do that now?
Yep, hit the terminal. This is for the first key room.
Okay.
People watching. And then there's a blood guard. A couple of these will spawn first, and then this Jaydude will spawn over the back. But yeah, you just melt things with this many characters. And sometimes what I do to get them closer is run into this corner here, and then your alts have a line of sight down this little hallway.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. So the walls will get in the way then. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, walls down here. There's a specific part at the key 3. There's the third key room. There's something that's pretty important that people will want to know. Because if there's somewhere where people are going to die,
it's the third key.
It's the third key, yeah, for sure.
Remember my first time doing it.
There you go, there's Reagan.
Oh, you got them.
So you would have got the key, so
yep.
Run over and hit the door. Yep. And one thing that's important too is not to run macros where you're dumping mines and you know, the grenade thing, I forget what it's called with officer. You don't want to be dumping that. Yeah, you don't want to be dumping core bomb and mines like at all when you're just running around like this. Like you don't want your medic dumping gas.
Yeah. Because
you don't want to kill unnecessary shit if you don't have to. Like now we just go around this corner.
Especially
and now wait for my tunes to come. And then I run into this corner here to get them a line of sight on the battle droid.
Yeah, especially when you go down to the mines and you've got all those miners everywhere and
yeah, I pull things from a distance. It's just a lot safer. But yeah, like this guy, like Marty's smashing my Jedi Marty, smashing them within range. I've got that on a macro. So in rages, yeah, like especially if you got a Guardian set, light side Jedi for down here is just awesome.
Yeah. I do miss my Guardian set.
Yeah. But what we're doing is very, very feasible just with a few characters. Like if you've just got 3 combat tunes at a 90 with some gear.
Yeah.
But obviously medic's important.
Yeah. So the main 3 I've always been taught was medic, officer, and some kind of tank. So commando or LSJ, or even a DSJ if you got kind of like mine.
Yeah.
Right
yeah,
build.
Dark Side Jedi is fine. I really liked. There's a template that I used years ago now, like Dark Side with Guardian set, because Guardian set you get glancing blow, and just going full glancing blow, it works really well with Dark Side.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. A lot of people don't use it, but Guardian, you know, glancing blow is a pretty old sort of template to use, but it works well as Dark Side because you do so much damage anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of the same, wasn't it? That you can play a tanky DSJ or a damage LSJ, but at the end of the day, LSJ are always more tanky and DSJ are always more damage.
Well, my light side Jedi that I'm using here, Marty, he's damage light side, so he uses like Jedi strike, critical hit, critical increase, and one-handed weapon damage with one-handed weapon damage pups. So that's what my light side Jedi uses.
Yeah.
People want to know.
Yeah.
And he's fine down here. Like I can solo anything down here with my light side as a damage setup. So yeah, so this room here, what I do is when I got my ults, I run in just enough so I go to about here, and then they all get a good attack on this battle droid.
Yeah.
But then this other one's going to attack because of he ran to the side, and then my bounty hunter would have aggroed him.
So we'll do another video at some point of how to kind of solo it without doing crafting rooms, but more like a farm guide. Because if soloing it's kind of different, I know that. It's like, you know, a lot of unnecessary things you got to kill.
So this is what I do here. When I've got ults, I make sure like you think about what you're doing past this room, right? So I know this droid and these miners could be a pain in the ass. So I get rid of these miners and the battle droid before I hit the terminal. Okay. So clear the miners, and then I pull in the super battle droid. Here he is. Oh no! Oh, he ran away. There you go. So just get his aggro and pull him out here. Just hit him and come back. Yeah. So pull him out here. Melt him down. And then there's still a miner in here, so I'll just get rid of him too. Yeah. Pull him out. Wherever he's going to pop out.
He'll probably pop on me, I think.
Alright, so you hit this terminal and then run down to the other door.
Okay, we do it now?
Yep, hit the terminal and then run down here and start melting them.
Quite a common thing I've kind of heard argue. I think it's more these doors now. The ghosts and the wraiths that spawn from the door, do they actually drop any liquids?
So what you need to think about for people, is anything that you see wearing a Mandalorian helmet and armor can drop liquids. So if it's got if it's wearing Mando armor, it can drop a liquid.
Okay.
That's anything with a Mando helmet or Mando armor.
Interesting.
If you see that helmet, it potentially can drop a liquid.
Ah.
I mean, you can be down here for 4 hours and not loot one liquid.
Yeah, I've been through that.
Yeah, It's just RNG luck. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
So you'll see some of them start to spawn over there, but you don't worry about those ones.
Nope.
You just want to worry about he's this guy. He's the key dude, Clint.
Yep.
So yeah. So that's done there. So we've cleared the next room. We don't even have to worry about these ones to the left of us.
Nope.
We don't have to worry about killing them. So
Hit
we just run through. So this bit here can be a bit of a pain. So you got to hit the terminal.
Yep.
Did you hit it?
Yeah, hitting the way through.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what I do is actually pull these into here, because what's messed me up before is getting alt stuck on this doorway, and they can get killed because a lot of these NPCs can shoot through walls.
Yeah.
You know, something Sony never fixed, which was a pain in the ass. But yeah, I just pull these guys here, and then sort of get aggro. Then it doesn't sort of really matter this many.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like just attacking these guys in here, just because of this doorway, and that ramp there can be a real pain in the ass. It's just how how your characters are on auto follow. Just sometimes they go around the ramp.
Yeah.
Yep, and this guy over here. So yeah, it's just safer to do it in this room once you've cleared this room out.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways of doing this. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, people can, say, oh, I do it this way, right? But this, yeah, if you find a way that works for yourself, do it.
Yeah, totally.
I just do things showing people my way, how I do it, because I've done probably 100 of these before, probably more. So usually by the time I get down the bottom, like to the mines, you've used up your pups. So then which will work in well.
Didn't actually activate mine.
So, yeah. So you just sort of go down the ramp and just sort of come here and just make sure the tunes, and you just hug that wall, hug here, and you don't get aggro from the super battle droid.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And then just come around here, and then I just stop here and just see how the tunes are following.
Yep.
I just keep an eye on the meters, how many meters they are away. I don't even look at the names. Oh yeah, 2 meters, 4 meters, good, right to go.
Group panel,
yeah. That's what I pay attention to, is looking at how many meters they are away, because if one gets stuck, and I always have the map up too for this getting down.
Yeah.
Just always have the map up.
So I've done a lot of macro stuff for all sorts, like HK, doing that solo. Which I make videos on at some point. It's always a pain in the ass.
So
getting stuck.
Yeah, so this here is where people fuck up.
Yeah.
Is this corner, because what happens is, see this here, you've got this angle here,
Mm-hmm.
and they can run around like chickens with their head cut off sometimes, right? So what you want to do is you want to tab over to your alts if you're running, alts, and you want them to stop follow the main, right? So I put IHA here, just move him here, stops following Cyriss. I want him in this corner for assist from both angles, from this angle here, in case they want to run off. And George, I usually move, so this is my crafter, George, so I move him and just keep him here.
Yeah.
And he's
out the way.
Out of the way, yeah.
And then when I solo it, that's where you stand as well when you're on a dark side. You have to get out of the way of that last spawn, which you'll see in a minute. There's loads in that last spawn.
Yep. So so I just tab over. I mean, I don't normally do it this way, but I'm just showing the way where you're not going to come unstuck.
Yeah.
So now I go back to Cyriss, right? So I just look back. Okay, no ults following me. So come down here. And if you want to play it safe, you just hit this guy.
I think you'd a Wraith.
If you want to play it safe, yeah, hit him. And then if you're running back, your ults are going to hit him as well. If you want to do it, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one Wraith, but, you know, yeah, your ults just start melting him from back there. And then same again, hit the battle droid, drag it back.
Yeah.
Just because it's faster.
Yeah.
Hit him, drag him back.
And you can sometimes sneakily, like if you run forwards, click the terminal, spam it and come back in, you can kind of get it if you're quick enough. But yeah, I know sometimes he does aggro anyway.
Yeah. This is just a safe way of...
Yeah. Safe is best.
Yeah. And people can adjust their own sort of way of doing things
Oh, yeah, totally.
once they sort of learn it better. So now that this area is clear, come down to the terminal, and you want to hit this terminal and just, yeah, run back. So yeah, you
Okay, I'll do that.
run up, you hit the terminal, and then straight away you'll get a ghost spawn up here.
Yep.
And because they're in that corner with assist macros, they can hit from two different angles, because some will run down this way, some will run down this way on the third spawn.
Ah, yes. That's a good point, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where people fuck up, is this usually this key room.
Yep. It's a corner. That's good.
Or this, yeah, key spawn. And yeah, kill the ghosts first on the third spawn, and then worry about the two super battle droids afterwards. Yep. And they usually run down the other end. You got to sort of hit them and drag them back.
SPDs are run off.
Yep.
One of them has.
Sometimes I, yeah, just try and get aggro and then run around this corner here and drag them back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the go. There we go. They're back. Yeah, and take out the weaker one first. Yep. The battle droid.
There's a major difference, isn't it? The super battle droids just deal like the odd blaster attack, whereas Ghost, Wraiths, Black Suns throw the Cairo grenade.
Yeah,
and the other one, stun one, isn't it? Like from Commandos use. Just get really nasty
so
if you get enough of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, so you want to go down the other end and hit the terminal to unlock the door, and then I'll get these guys on auto follow again. So now I've got all my characters back on follow. We can enter this. Now you do get that damage with the you know, poison from the mines, but I don't have any, so just one thing to let people know too. Only guy that has, like, obviously I'm wearing the helmet on Cyriss, so he's got the rebreather built in, but none of my others have the rebreathers, so it's, you don't even have to worry about the rebreathers down here.
Yeah.
So run through, we don't need to aggro any of these guys.
So yeah, we do plan to cover rebreathers at some point in our video, if you are interested, but yeah, like I said, it's not, again, it's more of an inconvenience safe, and it's not like devastating.
No.
But it's...
No, as long as you've got a medic, medic with some heal potency, like you know, she's all good, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just play the distance game, and you know, with these guys, especially with the rats. The rats can be a real pain in the ass.
Okay.
You just try and smash them from a distance.
Yeah. Oh, is that because they gang up on you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just pull them from a distance, and they're you know, half dead, 3/4 dead by the time they start hitting you. So there is different ways of going. We could go left here and go that way, but I don't ever go that way. Yeah, so I go this way.
We've got one stuck, I think. Or was that a trader?
Yeah.
It's Marty McFry.
Oh yeah, George. Oh, Marty McFly. Where's he?
He's back in that mine section that's behind all the corridors. Kind of the opposite of where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, so that happens. You know, characters get stuck.
So more commonly than not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a real knack to, you know, it's just doing it often enough to get used to having so many. So I just stay back here like this. So stay around here, play the distance game, and you know, 48 meters away for this rat.
Joys of a long-ranged character.
Yeah. Yeah, well, even dark side, you know, you're pretty much ranged as well.
That's true, yeah. Ooh, speaking of rebreathers, let's pick one up.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, it's just safer to do it this way.
Yeah.
Stand back, melt them down. We're nearly at the Taylor room, which is the first room, but we're not doing leggings or anything, so.
So all of them this way, or was there one elsewhere? I can't remember.
So with this one here, the super battle droid behind this one, like at the crafting room, usually aggroes too, and that bugger shoots through the walls.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so this bit can get people messed up too.
Yeah.
Well, has he got an aggro yet? Yeah, he is aggroed on us. He's flashing for me.
No, he's not for me.
Did he? Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so people know, this bugger here, yeah, he usually gets aggro, especially the bounty hunter. Will usually get aggro, so people got to be aware of this particular droid.
Yeah. That's a Taylor room. Which ones did Taylor make offhand? Can't remember.
Leggings. What is it? Leggings, gloves, and belt.
Ah, okey-doke. They always get them mixed up.
Alright, so we've got a bit of aggro here.
Yeah. Let's kill the easier ones first, then.
Because the thing is, so if the crafter dies, you've got to leave and come back. You can't have the crafter die.
You know, it's like your bodyguard mission.
Yeah, that's very important. So if your crafter dies, like, it can get in caps, but if he actually dies, you've got to leave the bunker
Do it
and
all
start
over
again.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you won't get a schematic pop out. So we are at the droid engineer room, so run my characters here, run them into the corner.
Yep. Opposite ends, this is the droid end? Not a droid end, the munitions arm.
This is droid. No, this is a droid. Oh yeah, the one further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones do they make?
So
the armors and the engineers.
Well, Armorsmith makes the chest plate, boots, and biceps. And
Cool.
Droid Engineer, where we are now, does helmet, braces, and jetpack. So there's a jetpack like crafting area specifically for jetpack in here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I run my combat characters here. With this version of the game, the crafter can go into the room by himself and not get aggro.
Okie doke.
So
what I'll do for this part of the video is I'll switch over to the live stream. Just live stream it. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go live.
That way, I see what perspective of the crafter then.
Yep. Okay, so trade me the
Oh, yeah.
the items.
Almost got that. Let's get me out my bag first. Binary, protective, liquid, and helmet. Okay. Four.
Okay, so with this room,
Back to Discord.
okay, I just got to stop auto follow. So this room, droid engineer, I've got all the bits. The bounty hunter helmet from doing treasure maps, Alum mineral quest, binary protective liquid. So hit this. It says this happens. It's weird. It says the room's currently in use, which isn't accurate. You just gotta just wait a few minutes and the door will open.
I'll also do another video at some point just to put it out there for how to get the bounty hunter helmets and the liquids and alum. Just throw it out there.
What, for treasure maps and all that?
Yeah.
It's probably a bit unnecessary though if you really want to, but
yeah. So I'll do a bit of approach everything at some point.
Okay, so you come in here. Here's the room. You want to go up the top.
Yep.
So you hug this wall. You know, there's someone there that can kill you. It's a jetpack crafting station.
So if you need a jetpack, you might have to worry about him then, I take it.
Yeah. Then you just clear the area. And you got 5 minutes for this too. So.
Oh wow.
So you come around here. You hug this bit here. And I run into this corner here. Bring up so this is the crafting droid here. So you first want to take the helmet, put that into the crafting droid, and then everything will start spawning.
Yep.
Which is fine. So you just drag that onto there, drag that onto there, drag that onto the crafting droid. You just keep spamming this, and every 30 seconds it will tick to the crafting process. So continue. So it's very simple. You just drag the 4 things onto the crafting droid, and then, you know, just keep clicking this.
Yep.
You go complete, and soon it will pop out a schem into your inventory. Now, what does happen which it's pretty buggy down here from a developer standpoint. Like, well, here we go. So there we go. Popped in my inventory. Mandalorian helmet schematic. But what can happen is you can dual this and a schematic won't pop out. That's when you got to contact like Brendan on this server.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. George is ejected. But yes, it can happen. It's happened to me a few times. It happened once for me on Beyond server, and Matar, you know, he looks at you look at the logs from a developer standpoint for Deathwatch Bunker, and it's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, so that's all good.
Awesome. So yeah, I know if you die within that room, hence why you can do it on your own. If the crafter gets attacked, they can't access the droid or the panel, from correct?
Oh, it still ticks over. Look at it's just if the crafter dies, and you've put liquids in the droid, like that's it, you're done.
Yeah.
You've just lost all your liquids and shit. So yeah, that's why it's, you know, like why generally I do these crafting runs by myself, because other people that don't understand Deathwatch Bunker in the crafting perspective, you know, can get you killed.
Yeah.
And I've lost liquids before from people just being idiots.
Yeah.
Not listening. But this version of normally, like on Legends and Beyond in that crafting room, those NPCs will attack. You know, you can't just run in there as a crafter. They will attack the crafter if he's in there by himself. But with this server, it's a bit different.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we'll get ejected soon. So
yep, I'll go back to my. Awesome.
So we'll get ejected in a hot minute.
Awesome.
But yeah, there's 5 minutes in that crafting room.
Yeah, that's pretty good amount of time. That.
Yeah. Well, there's like there's a minute and a half, right, of actual crafting time. If you're spamming the terminals, you know, you got like a minimum of a minute and a half. So that, you know, you got 3.5 minutes to melt those NPCs if they attack you, like on Legends. But yeah, this version of the game, they don't attack the crafter, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is, just makes things a lot easier for crafters.
Yeah. No, if you are on Legends or whatever as well, you run the enemies to the opposite side of the crafter. I remember that was a big one, because the grenades can actually...
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You wanna, if you do attack them, you just want to point them in whatever opposite direction of where the crafter is, 100%.
Yeah. Awesome. That's pretty much it then, isn't it? Or anything else you want to say? Notes?
No, well, I'll take my crafter back to my city.
Awesome.
And I'll craft it for you.
Do you do that now or later, or...?
No, we'll do it now, so then you got your helmet.
Okie doke. I'll stop the video now for this bit, and I'll restart it if you don't mind showing the crafting process as well.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Alright, so we are going to craft this schematic. So there's a few things with the schematic. You want to look at... So this is a droid crafting a piece of armor, like a droid engineer. So you want to have droid assembly. So droid assembly over 150. So my droid assembly is 153. So that's important to guarantee a socket. If you try and get the schematic, if you were to give the schematic to an armor smith and an armor smith craft it, it'll turn out with no socket. So if you go, whatever you go down with DWB into craft it, that profession has to craft the schematic.
Yeah.
And so to get a guaranteed socket, it's droid assembly 153, but I just out of paranoia, I got droid assembly pup here. You only use this for crafting Mando armor. Just out of paranoia, I hit that pup, and you know, droid assembly where are we? 182. So for sure, I know I'm going to get a socket.
That's cool. Yep.
So learn schematic. I've got my one clothing and armor crafting tool here, Mandalorian helmet. So I'll just craft whatever, and you can just change the color. I'll just give you a color kit. So known solid in there.
So there's no stats don't matter,
reinforced,
do they? Or which ones do and don't? The
what's that for?
Qualities of resources play a role.
No, nothing, because we don't, we don't damage our armor in combat anymore like pre-CU. So yep, there's the armor cores. I always just try and blow through this quick. Yeah, they have to be good. So this turned out 7525. So that's fine. That's good. It's not capped because the server's only a couple of months old. So the fact that we've got these stats is really good.
Definitely. Maybe I played on Legacy before that shut down and took ages on there to get anything near those stats.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, on Legends and beyond, it took 3 years to cap Primus, Battle, or Assault armor. It was 3 years.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and plus, people think they want to have cap this, cap that. It really, when the numbers are up that high, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Unless you're perfectionist like me.
A lot of. Yeah, but if you're not the one crafting it, is it really perfectionist if you're not the one doing it? That's the question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, how can a perfectionist say, I'm a perfectionist when they're not the one crafting?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, drop. Look, there you go. So, there's your Mando helmet.
Thank you.
Look, sockets available, one. There's your stats. So yeah, there you go. There's your helmet. I'll trade it back to you.
And go. Switch over. Come on. Shiver up my spine there. Thank you.
No worries. There you go. So that's the crafting process. Just people just need to remember to make sure that they have their assembly up. If they're crafting leggings, it's clothing assembly, chest plate, armor assembly.
Yep.
And obviously droid engineer, which is this guy, droid assembly. That's to guarantee a socket.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I was going to equip it and realised Brandon hasn't done the patch update yet, so I can't wear it. But
fair enough.
But yeah, he is planning on patching that soon though.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'd imagine it would be a pretty easy fix.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine that being hard. But it's just him finding time for anything. He's so busy.
That's true. Yeah, he's got a lot of TKA stuff to sort out as well. That's should hopefully be any time next week or so, I think. Then anyone can wear it.
No worries.
Well, thanks very much for that. For the helmet, the video, featuring everything.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, I hope it helps people. Like, people get scared of crafting Mando armor, and I don't know. I've just done it so many times. I don't even bat an eye anymore at it. It is very simple, but anything is simple when you know how.
Yeah, that's true. The more you can do it, the more you get kind of used to it.
It's daunting to the fact that you can lose your liquids. Like, I've lost liquids in the past, but usually I
think I'd cry.
Trying to think. Yeah, it's, just always remember, it's just pixels on a screen. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Playing a lot of Rust taught me that it's just pixels on a screen.
Just a very valuable pixel on the screen. For more pixels on the screen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Essentially, the server can go offline, and then it's not. Then you don't have anything.
Yeah, I've been there a lot.
Yeah.
That sucks. So yeah, yet again, massive thank you to Cyriss for taking the time out to make the video. Very, very insightful. I hope other people watching will agree. So as mentioned, this is the day after. So that's what I couldn't do yesterday, and I mentioned at the end of the video. That's the helmet. He very excited about that. I'm very happy. I think that's about it really. Hope you enjoyed the video. I said I hope you find it all useful. Bear in mind, like Cyriss said and I both kind of said throughout, that's his way of doing it. So that's obviously one perspective. By all means, take everything what he said with a pinch of salt. You know, everyone's got their own unique way of doing it. I dare say I might make a few differences if I ever do a run, which I may or may not, haven't decided yet. Still borderline at the idea of it. You know, at the end of the day, it's whatever works for you. So yeah, I definitely learned a few tricks there. I'm definitely going to apply if I do it. So yeah, I also will be doing some more videos at some point. Could be anything. So bioliquids, alum minerals. I could do some treasure map ones, which is how you get the bounty hunter helmets or any armor piece really. So the 4 things you need to do to make a piece of mandal armor, along with the crafter and things obviously. I'll try and do some rebreathers. What else in Death Watch 1? The actual alum mineral quest. Again, along with the bioliquids and the protective liquid coating. I'll throw some of my own tips, tricks, my own rotations. I mean, I can now do it on a Dark Side Jedi and a Spy. So I'll probably do either 2-part video or might do it all into one big video. If I learn it on any more professions, I'll throw them in there as well, may as well. But usually they kind of apply very similar tactics to most. I think else is there. Pretty much anything Deathwatch Bunker related I hope to get covered at some point. So yeah, thanks all for watching, and goodbye from Mandalorian Jaydude.